So we're back with a little update on the little Scalextric Golf. As you can see, we've done a little bit of work on it now. Not a lot's changed, still got the stock chassis, still got the stock motor. All we've done essentially is change out the wheels, tyres. In order to do that, I've had to swap out the axles as well. So we've got slotted axles, slotted crown gear in there, and these rather pretty Staffs wheels. Little Staffs mini lights. I'd argue they're a tiny bit too big, but overall they do look pretty damn good, don't they? The good thing about these Staffs wheels, because there's very little hub, you know, the little protrusion on the hub that the grub screw goes into, it doesn't protrude out far from the wheel. It's quite flush with the wheel, and because of that you can get these wheels tucked in really close to the chassis, which means that they don't stick out too far. A lot of other wheels would be out here, which that makes good handling, doesn't make for good looks, but I think you'll have to agree that is a very pretty little car. Look at that, that's so cool. So yeah, other than that, we've left the little bit of weight down either side of here. I did take the lights out and the little posts they mount on, purely because there's just so much interfering going on with that. So yeah, all the lights have been clipped out. But other than that, it's pretty much stock guide, stock chassis, stock everything else. So let's run around the track and see if she handles as well as she looks. You've got to be fairly careful driving this. It's a very narrow, quite tall little car. But for a Scalextric car with no magnet in it, with the proportions that it is, I'm very impressed as to how well I can throw this around the track. Overall, I would class that as a roaring success. That it's not the fastest thing in the world, obviously. You still got to be pretty cautious driving around the corners and that, but it's certainly drivable. It looks fantastic. Yeah, absolute success story that is. Look at those little Staffs wheels. They are banging, aren't they? Look how smooth that front axle is. That's just the stock chassis. It's lovely. Tyres wise, I obviously had to find something very low profile to fit on these. These are Scale Auto tyres. They are the ones that come on the front of the Pantera, and they fit on here lovely. They look great. I did have some very skinny slotted zero grips, but they just looked a bit odd. They were too small. These are a nice balance between actually being small enough to fit in the arch, but also look like you've got a tyre on there. Rears, we also have Scale Auto tyres. These are AS25s. Slotted 1207s also fit on here very nicely. Trouble with them, they have too much grip around this track especially, and it would just tip over. These AS25s, I've not really done anything to them, not trued them up or anything. They just come straight out and gone straight on, and because of that, they're not as grippy as the G25s, and there's the slightest bit of give, to which makes the difference between the car pitching up every time it goes around a bend and actually, you know, just biting. So yeah, that was a good compromise. As you can see, yeah, they fit the arches lovely. They don't look too ridiculous when viewed from the back. They are a little bit big, if I'm honest, but you know, I know I'm happy with it. So yeah, all in all, lovely balanced car now. So yeah, happy with that. Is that the end of the tuning journey for this little car? Probably not. One day I might go whole hog and get some kind of 3D print or some kind of chassis going on under there, but for now that's a whole heap of fun. And yeah, good looks to boot. So yeah, very happy indeed.